Many people enjoy a nice cup of coffee with their morning paper. I prefer a cup of herb tea. I use my own organically grown herbs. I'll teach you how to make herb tea and explain some of the benefits. Let's get started. I really enjoy making herb tea and drinking it for two reasons. One is it tastes good, and two, the medicinal value. The plants are loaded with trace minerals, especially if they're grown with organic techniques. There's different flavors. They all have different trace minerals and different medicinal properties. So that's why I like to use a lot of different ones. So I like to use real herbs, fresh plants, rather than packets from the grocery store. Now, the equipment we need to make good herb tea starts with clean water, filtered water, and a glass tea kettle. If you bring the water to just before boiling in a glass tea kettle, it'll have a much nicer flavor. I also think that the teapot itself is important. This is my favorite. This is the pristine teapot from England. And the secret is to have the same glazing inside and out. You get a cleaner taste on your herb tea. You need some kind of a strainer to strain the solids out, and you need some kind of a spoon to stir it together. Let's make the tea now. We'll start with this tea with a base that I often use, which is Japanese green tea. This is an organic Japanese green tea. You don't have to use this. If you don't want any caffeine, skip this step. But I like that for a little kick in the beginning. And then I'll often use rosemary. Now, rosemary, the key here, it's a very powerful herb, is to strip the leaves off of the stem. Don't use the woody stem. Let's use a salvia. This pineapple sage is a beautiful plant. It's also very, very tasty. Any salvia or sage can be used, and whenever you're using a herb in your tea, crush the leaves. That brings out the flavor better. Use a little bit of thyme. The thyme, the stems are so small you can use the entire stem. And let's see, we'll put some honey. This happens to be an organic honey that's non-processed, and you'll notice that it's very thick. The option there, if you want to use a herb, is stevia. You take about 2 of the leaves. I'm not going to put it in there because we've already used honey. 2 of the leaves, crush them, add them to the teapot, or in a separate operation, put the stevia in water, bring it to a boil, and then your sweet water can be used to sweeten the tea. All right, all we do next is simply add the water. Do not bring it to a boil. You'll actually take some of the oxygen out of the water, and it will not be as, the tea will not be as tasty. Now, wait anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. Depends on how strong you want the tea, and it's ready to enjoy. The next step is simply to pour your tea up. I use a little strainer like this just to get the large pieces out. Not essential, just makes a little cleaner tea. And it is ready to enjoy. That's very nice. I wonder where I left that paper. I'm Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'll see you next time. For more information on my organic program, visit our website at yourhouseandhome.tv.
Don't go away. Your House and Home will be right back.